Yeah, the move. Whatever hand you hit, you move to that side. Left hook, boom! You gotta think of throwing punches. Your job is to throw punches.
A dog with sheep, it will become a sheep.
Before we start, hit that subscribe button, because what you're about to hear changes everything. Anthony Joshua's camp has taken a shocking turn. Reports say he's training directly under Mike Tyson's old-school techniques. Not just studying, absorbing the signature Tyson aggression, neck rolls, explosive pivots, and raw power mechanics. This isn't hype. This is Joshua preparing for Jake Paul like a man stepping into a battlefield. And trust me, this is only the beginning.
Doing it in the gym, coming forward, punching to the body with his heart.
Joshua just revealed something wild. Mike Tyson didn't only inspire him. He rebuilt his entire training routine. AJ now uses Tyson-style neck and shoulder drills that increase punch impact and stabilize his frame. He says studying legends isn't nostalgia, it's evolution. But when the internal training footage surfaced, everything flipped.
Another neck exercise that I got from Mike Tyson. A lot of wrestlers do this. Quite dangerous, actually. Physios don't like this type of stuff, but it's good for neck conditioning. It's called neck bridges. And it's flexibility and strength at the same time. So it's a really good exercise if you...
Behind closed doors, Mike Tyson told Joshua one chilling truth. Stay fighting, or you start dying in this sport. AJ took that personally. He's keeping active, sharpening his instincts, and treating every round like a survival test. Tyson's words weren't praise, they were a warning he refuses to ignore.
Would you give to somebody like AJ?
That he has a lot of talent and not to get discouraged. He only loses when he quits. When you quit, all the doors of opportunities close. You know what I mean? You have to be game, and then don't get discouraged if you lose. Listen, you just lost, you may have got $30 million. I just think the more time you lay off, the worse you get. You have to fight to be the best. You have to do it more.
Joshua's current camp looks like a transformation lab. He's mixing his own style with Tyson's intensity, deep neck work, strength circuits, speed mechanics. Every session is monitored, every punch optimized. He isn't training for Jake Paul. He's creating a version of himself that Paul has never seen. And the twist? It gets even darker.
Whoa, my physio's looking at me like, what the fuck? I can see you looking at me like, fuck, please don't fuck you. Hey, if it goes, at least you're here anyway. You know, 43,000 tuned in. Oh, mate. I know I started this shit.
Mate, just trying to set up the physio table, put the flats on it.
Anything.
Get back up.
I'm easy, boss.
Eat.
Showdown sent me a lovely picture of me.
Eddie Hearn didn't hold back. Yes, Joshua beats Jake Paul, but it won't be some easy YouTube knockout. Hearn reminded everyone Joshua destroys real monsters, like Francis Ngannou. Joshua's wins come from discipline, not convenience. If you're still watching, drop a like, because the stakes are about to explode.
Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua, 50-50 fight. What do you make of that?
Yeah, I just said in another interview, great if it is. I mean, if it is, then you've got no problem seeing it. But when AJ, I mean, decapitate's a strong word, but you know, when he renders Jake Paul unconscious like he did to Francis Ngannou, don't then say, oh well, it was Jake Paul. Do you know what I mean? I mean, when AJ beat Francis Ngannou, Ngannou just had a fight that could have gone either way with Tyson Fury. Then AJ poleaxed him and everyone just said he's just an MMA fighter. Do you know what I mean? Jake Paul's not Francis Ngannou. But, as I said before, if you want to see Jake Paul exit the boxing world...
Nigel Benn is sounding the alarm about entertainment fights. He believes influencers cash out while real boxers, fighters who grind their whole lives, get pennies. He warns this trend could damage boxing's soul. Viral fame is replacing real talent, and legends are paying the price.
Bit of rumours around today, Anthony Joshua and
Oh
Jake
no,
Paul.
no. I'm not even really entertaining that. It's just not. Being a two-time heavyweight champion of the world, it's I don't know, YouTubers. I'm not really into all them influencers coming in there, and there's like some boxers that really work their butt off, don't get paid like what these guys are getting. And Anthony Joshua being a former world champion should be fighting like someone in the top 5, top 10. So I really got much time to talk about that. Not
Do you think it's
interested really.
bad for boxing?
Well, not bad for boxing. If people want to pay to watch it, then who am I? I'm just giving you my opinion. Who's not worked his way through the ranks to earn that shot at the former world champion? No, not at all.
Australian boxing. Who are you a fan of? Obviously got good fighters out there.
Joe's my type of fighter. He's very spiteful, and he's just another level, really. I don't think there's no better cruiserweight around. Joe.
From a financial angle, Joshua versus Jake Paul is a no-brainer. Oladipo calls it a $100 million opportunity with almost no risk. Joshua is a polished heavyweight. Paul is a profitable wild card. For AJ, this fight isn't danger, it's generational wealth. But when early contract numbers leaked, fans were stunned.
Right? If someone knocks on your door and says, "Do you want to fight Jake Paul for 100 million?" You're like, you'd be stupid to say no. No, I don't want that 100 million for what would be and will be and should be easy work for AJ. Like, well, why are you going to turn down 100 million? AJ should and could, should knock out Jake Paul in a round. Like if Jake Paul was over here fighting under our British Boxing Board of Control, I don't think it would be a Southern Area cruiserweight champion. AJ is a former unified heavyweight champion of the world that I still believe is a top 10 heavyweight in the world. Like AJ should be able to destroy him. AJ is going to be 60 pounds or so bigger than him. AJ hits like a truck. AJ is a better boxer. Like this is a...
Across social media, fans are furious. Many call this matchup the biggest insult to boxing. A heavyweight champion facing a social media boxer? They fear Joshua is choosing money over legacy and risking the Tyson-Fury fight. Forums are brutal, questioning whether AJ's reputation survives this decision.
If indeed Anthony Joshua gets in the ring with YouTuber Jake Paul, and that's what he is, YouTuber Jake Paul, would you watch it? Simon, before we take some calls, with this seemingly in the pipeline, can we safely say goodbye to Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury?
Well, I think it's done anyway, judging by the mood music that seems to be coming out from various camps. If you listen to Tyson Fury, he seems to be, despite the fact we've danced this dance before and walked this walk before, he seems to be talking in a very different way. There's no hyperbole. It's, I'm done. This is a younger man's game. I've done my bit. I'm at peace with where I am in life. I don't need boxing anymore. But not in the flash for cash way that Tyson often does it. In a more earnest way is my understanding of his sort of thought processes. So with that in mind, it almost feels that that's off the table anyway. Who knows? The draw of the enormous amounts of money that this one fight can generate. This is the one fight that can really get everybody paid. I mean, the two protagonists. Whatever Usyk takes, tragically for him, he wouldn't even get anywhere near as much money as potentially being offered for the Fury-Joshua fight.
What would earn AJ more of a pay packet? Fighting Fury or fighting Jake Paul?
Well, I would think tragically fighting Jake Paul.
God, what is that?
Because the revenues, because it's a Gen Z TikTok generation that wants to watch sport in a certain way.
Yeah.
And that's nothing critical of them. It's just the way that it is. And that's the circumstances of social media and the platforms that people like Jake Paul are able to cross over. It's not a case of people in the mainstream should be dinosaurs. The digital world and those opportunities and those platforms are marvelous places. And you know, you heard me talking about Mark Goldbridge the other day and the commercial deal that he did with the Bundesliga. And we can be sniffy about their level of content, or we can accept that there's a place for everybody. It's interesting that still the digital world, and that's...
Analysts say Jake Paul has officially stepped too high up the ladder. Joshua isn't retired, slow, or inexperienced. He's an active elite heavyweight who crushes world-class opponents. For Paul, this isn't clout anymore. It's a test of survival, skill, and reality. And insiders claim his sparring partners are already nervous.
Maybe even bigger than the Mike Tyson fight. It's hard to say, really. Tyson was a big name, but it's going to do numbers regardless, because Joshua is a big name, and then people are going to be tuning in to see Jake Paul get knocked out. Right now, Eddie Hearn talks about Jake Paul taking this Joshua fight.
I mean, my estimations of Jake Paul would go through the roof if he signs to fight Anthony Joshua, because I just can't believe in my mind that he would do something like that. I mean, Gervonta was a smart one because of his size. Like, you know, I think actually he would have had a lot of success against Jake Paul, but the size is a problem. But this would just be, you know, like if Jake Paul was to take the fight with AJ, you'd really have to maybe carry his balls in a wheelbarrow on the ring walk, you know, because AJ wouldn't mess around in there, you know. So it would be huge, but nothing, you know, to tell you it's close. Just a few conversations so far.
Damn right, if Jake Paul takes this fight, he's got some major balls on him. And I know people hate influencer boxing, but come on, he's not fighting an old, retired, past the prime MMA fighter. No, he's fighting a legit boxer who's massive, 6'5", 6'6", jacked, 240, 250 pounds, shredded, power puncher. Do we need to remind ourselves of what Joshua did to Francis Ngannou? Francis Ngannou was coming off a pretty good performance over Tyson Fury. He didn't get the win in that fight, but you could argue that he did actually win that fight. And Ngannou, throughout his entire MMA career, in 4-ounce gloves, very rarely got hit. He could take a punch. He's got a big, fat African head. Big, thick neck, traps, back. He just can't really be hit. And look what Joshua...
Shane McGuigan calls the entire idea a farce waiting to collapse. Between contracts, logistics, and the reputational risk, he doubts the fight even happens. He believes Joshua has everything to lose, nothing to gain. And behind the scenes, this deal is hanging on one thin thread. Before we move on, make sure you subscribe, because the next chapter could break the internet.